Greetings from Tucson. Now, if anyone knows what that reference is from and you comment, you will get a prize. I don't know what, but something, probably a sock tube of some kind. The 3-year-old's napping, the 46-year-old's napping. The 10-year-old got off of school early today and is reading, doing some reading homework. So I'm podcasting. But first, a little bit of the life stuff. I love podcasting. When I get this right and I can just see myself well enough, it is like I'm talking to you. And there are so many of you now who are messaging me and chatting with me on Ravelry. I feel blessed. I haven't had friends. I mean, there was a whole decade plus where I barely spoke to anyone other than my mother and my children. So this is fabulous, and I am so absolutely grateful. So the giveaways and prizes are going to continue. And I got a lovely, generous prize from a friend. So that's allowed me to dig into my stash a little bit more. I am Laura from Tucson, The Yarn Closet. I am the Yarn Closet Facebook page, the Yarn Closet group on Ravelry. Ravelry's hard for me to maneuver, so I'm trying to dig in and get a little bit better, but life is crazy, like it is for everyone in the holidays. But I'm working about twice as many hours and covering a maternity leave for my lovely friend who just will not have that baby. Baby go, pop, it's time. And I am Yarn Closet Arizona AZ on Instagram and Ravelry if you want to look at me personally. Most of my posts are knitting related or my adorable children or poodles. I'm legally blind. Sometimes that impacts me. Like, I just bought a new yarn carrier from the circular sock machine people, Gerhardt, and I totally thought I was getting a slotted one, but it's not slotted. So I'm sure there'll be some handy person in my life that can figure out how to just slot that. It's brass, it's softish. And I have to do a sock tube job this weekend. Thank you, CJ. And I'm going to make some hung hem on the end, both ends of a tube, and just make some leg warmers to give away to some kids I know, maybe the occasional grown-up that might actually do that. I have been really into lately just simple garter stitch shawls. The shaping on this one did not go at all like I had anticipated. I thought it would be thicker at this bottom, and then the shaping should have started right here. But I waited a couple rows because I didn't think it would be quite so drastic. Because I'm new. I'm still, you know, like only a year under my belt in the knitting world. I was a long-time crocheter, so I had a better understanding of what crochet would do. So this bugs me. But I think the color combination is really kind of fun. This was 20 grams of Yowza Zombie Prom. And this is a Debbie Bliss baby cashmerino. And then this is this. And if I'm correct, it's merino cashmere silk. So it's a little too thick on this end, but it's got just the right drape here, and it's doubled up because it's fingering weight, and I doubled it to be just a little bit thicker. And I still think by the time I finish, which won't be too much longer, I still think you're going to have a decent enough toss around your neck, tuck inside a jacket kind of color pop. And I'm really enjoying using up some miscellaneous odds and ends. Because like I said, this is about 20, this was about 5 grams. This is the whole fingering weight single. And then you got the miscellaneous Christmas stuff, you know, toss over to somebody. Ow! Getting all these little, they hurt, they feel a little bit zitty. I can't see them. Ingrown hairs, maybe because I changed my old lady lotion. That's so annoying. And I know that I've got a little red dot here from weeks ago when I had a little scratch thing from the dog or child. The downside to that lovely ivory skin is that as you age, those spots just never go away. They never go away. So after I finish my lovely green and maroon shawl, I am going to do, I got some Lorna laces sport weight on a Crowdborn sale. So I'm thinking this is, I've got it just a merino doubled up. It's a fingering weight. It's oh, look at that. That's so funny. I think it's called Angelic. So I just doubled it, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna start with this, go for quite a bit longer than I did with the green one. Feather in the variegated skein, probably a little bit more, instead of 2, maybe 3 or 4 stripes, and then finish up with this because it's easy and my eyes are fried working all day long and trying to do homework with kids. I mean, I haven't spent that much time actually staring, realistically staring and trying to figure out a screen. So I just need the easy. And isn't this funny? This is one of my first ever knitting crochet bags. It's from Yarn Pop. I mean, I got a long time ago. And it used to have a little handle that I attached here, but I think my son now has that. I don't know. So like I said, greetings from Tucson. Who knows the reference? There could be a number of gifts, probably a sock tube. And since I'm becoming the sock tube lady, I've decided to give away some of the books I have that I have never once opened. It is so much easier for me to print out a reference page from an online pattern and listen to something over and over until I get it. So here is Getting Started Knitting Socks by Ann Budd. I mean, this is a favorite of so many. So this will be in one of the giveaways. I love the pictures in this one. I think many of the patterns are on straights, but I'm sure you could adjust to circulars. This one is so much fun because it's men who knit and their dogs and dog sweaters. So there are 3 books. I still have the Florida Nomadic magazine book to give away. more subscribers, more people in the Yarn Closet group in Ravelry. We'll get there. People who answer the mystery questions, like today's greetings from Tucson. Who knows the reference? And my lovely friend CJ is, I'm going to send her this worked, cranked up in a cake. It's a Malabrigo. I think she's going to knit me a Rainier. And she sent me Jenks yarns, and I think I'm going to use this to make one of my leg warmers that I'll probably keep for myself, since red is a favorite of mine. And what I just got in the mail, oh, I've wanted one of these for ages. This is a Fat Squirrel Speaks bag. Why have I wanted one of these for ages? Because she is such a seamstress. I had a friend who was a seamstress. Used to do seamstress work for weddings, for theater, and it's just so well made and put together. It just kind of makes you happy. The only thing is I don't like clipping this to the zipper. It makes me feel like there's just too much stress. But I love that it is long, and for a small sweater, this would work for a small sweater. And I love that it's the succulents, because you know, I do live in Arizona. I am the Arizona knitter. So that makes me very happy. And I just thought I had so much more. I always think I have so much more. How do the other people talk and talk and talk? I believe this will also be in one of our giveaways. It is a handmade, lovely. You see a lot of my handmade wooden items. I don't know. I'm dying to be done with this shawl because I love, love, love the colors, but it annoys me that the shape didn't work out, because had it worked out, I would have kept it for myself. But I was too far into it before I really noticed that it didn't work out the way I wanted. And I could probably rip back and knit from the middle back out, couldn't I? I mean, it's just garter. But I'm not going to. I'll gift it to someone. So leg warmers. I've got some scarves that I've made. I'm going to do some leg warmers. I'm going to work up a number of more skeins into the sock tubes for gifts and giveaways. I changed the January giveaway in the sock making thread on the Yarn Closet, so that's a little bit different, more snazzy. A book, a tube, and a bag? The Christmas bag? Yeah, perhaps. So I love the new subscribers and I love the new commenters. So subscribe, like, comment. Go visit Knitting I Love under the Knitting I Love site on YouTube, or check out her webpage. Levi at WTF Knitting. I could just listen to him for hours, and I'm so impressed with how quickly he developed insane sweater skill. It's amazing to me. And like I said, 2019 is the year of the sweater. I'm going to get there. My hope is if I just crank one out, and I did a baby sweater this year, but it just didn't it was pieces and seamed. I want to do one in the round, top down raglan. I just need to do it and do it so I can move on. And hopefully start cranking them out. Because that's what I want to make. Socks and sweaters. Other than the simple garter shawl, I have done a number of them. You know, the big crazy Grocery Girls shawls. It's not my cup of tea. And like I said, my friend is going to make me the Rainier because I asked, because I'm not a Tracy, I'm a Jody. I'll give you too much information. I'll ask the inappropriate. And so who are you? Comment below. Which grocery girl are you? Are you Tracy? Are you sweet and responsible? And they're both generous to a fault. They're both funny. But Tracy seems to be a little bit more rule follower. We've not heard about her sexting. And so there you go. Which grocery girl are you? Comment below. Have a lovely weekend.